Good afternoon, beg your pardons, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dennis Thomas, CEO of Phoenix Global Mining. Very quickly, to skim through what we're about. We are a North American-focused base and precious metals explorer and developer. Specifically, we've kissed a lot of frogs in various countries all over the world, and we're in geopolitical, stable, environmental, favourable locations, I think, to give it its modern nomenclature. In Idaho, which we're very delighted, and we've just taken on a project in the Northwest Territories. We're focused on copper, cobalt, gold, silver, and also tungsten at the depths at the Empire Mine. Experienced mining team, as I said, that have been around the world, and we've got near-term copper in focus very much at the moment.
What's wolfram?
Tungsten. Yes, the European Swedish name for tungsten. Yeah, it's often called wolfram over in Europe. Yeah, tungsten. Anyway, yeah, I think it comes from an old Swedish word. Our portfolio. Open pit copper heap leach SXEW mine at the historic Empire Mine in central Idaho, and in early term production, we're looking to get to use some of that production then to explore the underlying sulfides, which have potential at depth and along strike. We've just completed a PEA at the end of April 2018. And now we're embarked on a BFS program, which we'll have completed sometime around about this time next year. We also have two cobalt projects on the Idaho Cobalt Belt, and we've just taken on an 80% option on a shear-hosted gold project in the Northwest Territories of Canada. Presently, we've just completed an oversubscribed £3 million sterling fundraising, which helps us to do our BFS that we're doing at the moment, and we're trading at a substantial discount to our SXEW project MPV at the moment, with the significant upside of the Empire Mine. BFS for the open pit heap leach, as I said, going at the moment, and the cobalt program we're commencing exploration work imminently. The Empire Mine, brownfield mine, historic mine in central Idaho. This slide, quite frankly, is aimed at European audiences who don't know where Idaho is. But the one thing that is coming out is the drive for Idaho, as Butch Otter, the governor, has said, to make Idaho the #1 mining destination in the USA, and with the moves, particularly with the new Office of Energy and Mineral Resources in Idaho, it's streamlined the permitting process, parallel processes, both federal and at state level. So it makes Idaho, in my opinion, one of the most attractive places to be developing a new mine in the world. Empire Mine history, very briefly. 1901, the mine actually finished full-time production, full-scale production, should I say, in 1942. High grade, US Bureau of Mines reported the basic run-of-mine ore ran between 6% and 8% in the underground section. Much of the copper in the oxide, in fact, was lost in the historic mining operation, and the recovered grade was 3.64%. But also contained significant amounts of gold and silver. And interestingly, the final shipments for the mine back in 1942 were tungsten shipments from scheelite ore, which was found very high grade in the stopes in the bottom of the mine, running at in the region of 4.3% WO3. The mine itself, as it exists, the green line on this slide is the difference, is the zone, approximate zone between the oxides above and the sulfides below. It's a skarn deposit between 50 and 150 meters wide. It goes to the right. In fact, it extends to the right off towards the Horseshoe Mine, which Again, we've got a significant exploration potential along strike to the north, and the underlying sulfide zone beneath the green line, in fact, has had no work done on it whatsoever, and it's our intention to start exploring the underground sulfide potential of the skarn. Since the IPO, I'll skim through this very quickly, we've upgraded the ore resources, and in fact, we've increased the contained copper to over 90,000 tonnes, and we've added gold, silver, and zinc into the inventory. Interesting metallurgical test work has upped the recovery grade in the heap leaching to 76%, and we've also staked, importantly, 54 adjoining claims to the north to increase the project footprint, which gives us the extension of the ore body to the north and also gives us area for heap leaching. The rest of it, the PEA was completed in April 2018, and as I said earlier on, the BFS is underway. So at the moment, we've just commenced a 25,000-foot RC drilling program, 10,000-foot diamond drilling program, in which we're going to optimize the ore reserves, extend the oxide ore resources along strike, and optimize processing and reduce, particularly from the PEA, the capital and operating costs. Excellent relationship with the local community, superb environmental consultants we're using, complete the BFS, as I say, in Q2 2019. And we're also in the process at the moment of construction financing discussions. The ore body is, in this slide, you'll see the blue area there. So our ore body is totally on patented land at the moment. If I go on very quickly to cobalt, we have 2 cobalt claims, a group of claims, 1,180 acres, Bighorn project at the north end of the Idaho Cobalt Belt. South end of the Idaho Cobalt Belt, we have our Redcastle property, which abuts the Iron Creek project of First Cobalt, who recently took over US Cobalt in a $150 million deal. We did 48 grab samples on both claims, of which we got cobalt in every single sample. You'll see there some of the grades are quite significant. Ore grade samples up to 0.3% cobalt on the Redcastle, and some on the Bighorn cobalt, significant cobalt and copper as well. We're now starting a work program which will during this year will delineate targets for a drilling program that we'll have in 2019. So it's a very exciting project in that part of the world. Finally, we acquired an 80% interest, taken an option out on an 80% interest of the Gordon Lake project, which is shear-hosted gold. Big mines in that particular area. 17 zones on this property, only 4 of which have been tested. So we'll be doing those sort of work. That work probably later on it's a winter project. We'll be looking to do that probably next winter. Near-term copper production. Right, Phoenix investment case, near-term copper production at Empire, bankable feasibility study stage with an excellent infrastructure and local support, attractive high-grade copper, sulfide, gold, silver, and tungsten at depth in the sulfides that we'll explore for, an exploration project, 2 exploration projects for cobalt. And again, we come back to jurisdiction, positive price environment for copper, as everybody's been saying, and last but not least, the management team, which is excellent, and we've had a lot of experience all around the world, so we know we're in a good place in Idaho particularly. And I think I've beaten the bell by 15 seconds. So thank you very much.